prior to that being approved.
Okay. What efforts have been made to discuss a World Heritage listing for the Burrup with the state government?
Senator Nigel Routh, Assistant Secretary, Heritage Branch. At this stage, it's basically been some fairly informal discussions with the Western Australian government.
And are indications that they are supportive or not supportive of a World Heritage listing for the Burrup?
It hasn't been definitive. It's just been talking about the issues that Ms Rankin outlined in terms of doing the, for instance, a heritage cultural values study.
Okay. Can you advise me on whether or not there's any progress towards a tentative World Heritage listing for the Burrup and how the process would roll out if that was the case?
Senator, there's not any discussion at the moment about a potential tentative listing for the Burrup.
Okay. How promptly could that happen if there was an appetite for it?
It's a relatively quick process, so the state parties can change their tentative list relatively easy. They just have to provide a short couple of page assessment to the World Heritage Committee, and again there's some set time frames within the World Heritage Committee process about when you can submit changes to your tentative list. So again, it would be, we would need to submit something by February for it to be considered by the following June by the World Heritage Committee. So it could happen relatively quickly, but at the moment, as I said, there's no conversation about that.
Okay, so would you, in order for that to progress to a February tentative nomination, would you still require the agreement? It would still be the normal process of the state agreeing and the Commonwealth agreeing and obviously traditional owners consenting.
Yes.
And the company trying not to, not putting any spanners in the works?
Yes, Senator.
So there's no sort of fast-track process whereby participants are not included in that process?
I guess governments could do that, but under the Act, under the EPBC Act, we've committed to ensuring that state governments are supportive of any proposed tentative list changes.
Okay, and just lastly on the Burrup, Senator Ludlam, on whose behalf I'm asking these questions, received an answer this morning, I understand, to a question on notice about industrial emissions on the Burrup being recorded as rain on the Bureau of Meteorology's weather radars, and the question that he had asked the Minister was the Minister aware that these emissions are actually being reported as rainfall? And the response was rather brief. It simply stated that the Minister was aware of a media report. Can I ask, what is the department doing to follow this up?
Senator, I'm not aware of that within my division. I can't provide any answer to that one. We might have to see if we can find the appropriate area and get some further information for you.
Okay. Are they in the room at the moment?
No, Senator.
Oh, okay. Is this not this isn't the right section to be asking these questions?
Well, it sounds like it's an issue that would straddle a couple of areas, because obviously we've got the Bureau of Meteorology as part of this, as well as the area that would be doing the reporting out on the condition sets with respect to that project. So that's why I think we'll have to take it on notice and pull together an integrated response.
Okay, look, that'd be great. As soon as you could, would be welcome. So obviously, if there is a misreporting, then it's presumably something that the department would be charged with investigating, given that the Burrup is on that heritage list. And so any information about the extent of those investigations, the time frame, the parameters, would be great. And obviously, if there is likely to be a significant effect on the heritage values of the Burrup, then what action is being taken to correct those emissions being misrecorded or even indeed emitted.